Okay. To discipline on the professionals, that's what I was discussing about. What is the main objective 132? Because you see, when I speak about the auditors, like we cannot say all the times that they are performing the duties well. It is reported many times that even if they are performing their duties, sometimes they are wrongly certifying the balance sheets and the profit and loss account, which is heavily impacting on the shareholders and precisely the investors. So don't you think that these kinds of professionals must have to be punished and interrogated at least? So you won't believe, guys, earlier we didn't have any authority above us. Maximum, what was the procedure? Like you filed a complaint to ICI, and ICI had one disciplinary committee. Matter would go over there, and ICI was very liberal to members, let me tell you. Why liberal? I am telling you on record. The reason is maximum what they could have done is like they were suspending their right to signature. If you are practicing chartered accountant, they were suspending you from the membership. And if your membership number is suspended, what max you cannot do is sign. No sign on any certificate. You can't represent yourself as a chartered accountant to anyone. No any government authority, no any income tax department, no any GST department. But suspension of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I cannot sign, but I can do a lot of other things. For example, my signature is suspended. मैं बुद्धू नहीं हूँ. मैं क्या करूँगा? I will find my junior who is a chartered accountant. I will do the audit. I will take the fees. But sign किसका लगाऊंगा? I'll tell you, I'll share you 20% of my fees. Come on, yeah, there are loopholes. So government knew these things that this is how these things can be bypassed easily. So these things need to be taken into note very seriously, and therefore they came up with the NFRA. So guys, if we look at the NFRA, one of the primary objects is like control over the professionals to ensure that they are performing their duties well. And let me tell you, Acha, when I started reading this provision of the section 132, earlier what I thought is like, okay, wow, how beautiful it is drafted. They want to control the professionals. So professional means what? Not only chartered accountants, company secretaries are also there. Cost accountants are also there. But when I started reading in deep and deep, what I found is, oh my God, these people have rage with chartered accountants only. That means, guys, most of the provisions what are written under here, section 132, CS का नाम ही नहीं है, cost accountants का नाम ही नहीं है. Let me just show you. If you just type here company secretary, can you find any word? No. Let's try about the cost accountant. Look at it. Can you find any word? अरे एक मिला, and that is here Institute of Cost Accountants of India. but वो प्रोविजन का पार्ट नहीं. अब हम बेटा ये बात देखते हैं चार्टर्ड. हाँ जी, वो प्रोविजन में मिला आपको. और क्या लिखा है? NFRA has the power to investigate either suo motu means voluntarily, or on a reference made to it by the either central government or other class of bodies of the corporate or any other person. So if somebody is complaining to the NFRA that this CA is not performing his duties well, or is creating the professional misconduct, the NFRA will take the action against you. Look at what I further written. In such a manner, into the matters of the professional or other misconduct committed by any member of or firm of chartered accountants registered under the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. Do you know what this provision, subsection 4, clause A, indicates? While making this provision, section 132, government officers had this pre-thoughts in the minds that chartered accountants are the most, like they are the people who are mostly going for the malpractices. Okay, so in NFR, guys, what we have to understand, let me tell you the structure first of all. Functions. लिखो आपको क्या क्या वहां पे पढ़ना है. सबसे पहले जो आपको पढ़ना है वो है फंक्शंस. व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ थैंक गॉड इट इज ऑलमोस्ट 4 minutes एंड नथिंग वाज हैपेंड. वी प्रे आगे भी चलता जाए. ओके, Yesterday I did make a mistake, like instead of restarting it, I should have gone for shutdown maybe. Shutdown is more effective than restart. All right. तो हम बात करते हैं बच्चा कि क्या क्या हमको पढ़ना है. तो सबसे पहले अंडर सेक्शन 132 और आई डोंट लाइक दिस section 132 which is talking about National Financial Reporting Authority. So the first things what we are going to learn it is write down what are the functions. Second thing what we have to understand it is about objectives. Third thing what we have to understand here is powers. That's very interesting part. What are the powers? All right. And what they can announce like as punishment. So what punishment they can give to them? One more question comes. It is about write down composition or constitution. Look, whenever I'm saying about the composition, what does it mean? Whenever I speak about the term composition, it simply means that it is made of how many members, who are they, what should be the qualification. So it is about the composition. So these many points you have to learn in section 132. That's the National Financial Reporting Authority. Got it? So, so let's quickly make the chart. So first of all, who has the right to establish it? Okay. So let me tell you what your central government has the right to establish it. Okay. So the first point it is like who has the right to establish. So establish में कौन आएगा बच्चों? As far as the establishment is concerned, central government has the right to make it. So that's fine. It's very basic MCQ like question. Nothing much to go in detail. Okay. Further, it shall perform the functions through such divisions as may be prescribed. So there are some functions what is provided by the central government by way of issuing what? Certain rules. Whenever you find the word as may be prescribed, that means it would be prescribed by whom? Central government. How it will prescribe? By way of issuing what? The rules. So in fact, if you want to learn this, simply click on this and you will get this list. Alright. So look, these all are the functions and the duties of the authority. Now, whatever you are learning here, this is, I would say, very basic, understandable theory. For example, if you read first, the authority shall protect the public interest. How come? Are they army? If they are controlling the professionals so that they perform their duties well, the audit report automatically will be what? Generated clean and neat. It will be reported the way it's supposed to be. And if it is like that, then what happens? People are happy because their money is safe up to a certain extent. And the interest of the investors, creditors, and other associated with the companies or body corporate governed under Rule 3 by establishing high quality standards and accounting and auditing and existing effective oversight of accounting functions performed by the companies and the bodies corporate and auditing functions performed by the auditors. So basically, they will ensure that all the accounting standards, whatever are mandatory by the government, company has performed that or not. Auditor is performing the auditing standards or not, or whatever high degree of standards they have set. And auditors are correctly reporting or not. Come on, they will not. That is one word written in the power, suo moto. What's the meaning of suo moto? Voluntarily. Without any complaint, they can take the action, and definitely on the complaint also they can take the action. All right. Further, they have authority. The authority shall maintain the details of the particulars of the auditors appointed in the companies. So they will maintain the details. Recommend the accounting standards and the auditing standards to be performed. Monitor and enforce the compliance of the accounting standards. They will oversee the quality of the services by professionals. So whatever you learned in the above paragraph, later on they have broken it down. Yes or no? Ultimately, concepts are same. ठीक है? Accounting standard, auditing standard, everything is followed properly or not, and auditors are giving their professional, performing their professional duties up to the mark or not. Okay. Promote awareness in relation to accounting standards and the auditing standards. So while reading these two things, why they have not taken cost accounting standards? It is also there. Have you heard about the cost standards? While you're preparing the cost sheets, but how you should prepare, it is provided under the cost records. I would say it is provided under the cost standards. New standards are also generated. It is known as company secretarial standards. So they have nothing mentioned about them, but they have mentioned about this too, accounting as well as. So what does it mean? Exactly, they want to target only one community. And it's fine, actually it deserves. Like, let me tell you, I don't want to expose my fraternity, but the fine thing is like, in the market, yes, there are lots of chartered accountants who are doing malpractice. Just like black to white, white to black. They went to the company, they find something what is unfair. They're charging huge fees, something over the table, something under the table, and they're reporting the way management wants. So that is something obviously unfair, now. You are actually helping the management to go for the frauds. So why should the strict actions shouldn't be taken against you? You deserve this. You deserve this. Am I clear? All right. So I don't know what to learn further. It's just a basic thing. After then, my students, it will make recommendation to the central government that what kind of accounting policy should be formed, what kind of accounting standards should be followed. So let me tell you, earlier ICAI had the power to prepare what? Accounting standards. Listen to my words. With the introduction of the NFRA, what happened? Let me tell you. It's not exaggeration if I say like this, that in the future, most of the powers of ICAI, if gets performed by NFRA, it's not exaggeration. In fact, I have the doubt. NFRA should not, if NFRA launches its own program, in fact, they have already launched equivalent to CA. Do you know that? If you pass the degree, you will get the same powers like a chartered accountant. आप उनके क्या बात करते बिना सीए बने आपको सीए के पावर्स मिल रहे हैं व्हाट्स द नेम ऑफ दैट कोर्स you had heard it government is planning to actually already announced you have heard about IIM right IIT वैसे एक नया निकला है IIA what is the full form of IIA Indian Institute of Accountancy so government is planning to set up those kinds of institutions across the country. And once it is done, so what will happen now? You see, if you enroll over there, get the admission, learn over there, and once you pass it, you will be given the degree called CPO of India. Not a C of India. What? Certified Public Accountant, but of India. And you will have the same powers. If you want to practice, you want to place your signature, it's fine. Most welcome. But what I thought is, articleship is not mandatory. And CMA mandatory. So what I do think is like CA minus articleship means like no value. Yes or no? Today the CA is getting momentum because 3 years very tough articleship, and the toughness makes you the real man. Yes or no? That's what is my belief. So what I am thinking is like IIA students or the people who are passing out will face struggle to get into practice. They are more close to corporates. The packages would go in, I would say, I don't have words. So fine, just like IIT is very famous in the globe, like IIM, no question, the people's packages are going in crores. But the same way IIA, I wish pass out students will get in lakhs, crores, global standards, according to the global standards. Am I clear to all of you what I'm saying here? Okay. So fine. After then, this is what we have already done. They will monitor the compliances of the accounting standards and oversee the quality of. I think we have done that part. It is nothing but something what we have already done in the rules part. So it is just a repetition. Further, I would like to tell you that this section 3 is talking about the composition part. So it is provided that it shall consist of a chairperson. So just count on how many numbers are there. Chairperson. So number one, who shall be a person of eminence and having expertise in the accountancy, auditing, finance, or law to be appointed by the central government, and such other members not exceeding 15. So one chairman and not exceeding 15. 1 5. So 15 plus 1. So max to max, there can be 16 members. Now here the rules are provided, and you have a doubt. You have a doubt. Sir, everything is fine, but what are these rules all about? Here it is written that members, maximum 15 members central government can appoint. But what should be the qualification of those 15 members? It is not provided under section 132. It is provided at somewhere what is nothing but associated to section 132. That's nothing but the rules. उसको हम rules कहते हैं. क्या मेरी बात समझ में आई आप लोगों को? वो rules में लिखा गया है वहाँ पे 132. For example, I'm telling you, one of the members is the president of ICI. One of the members is president of ICI will be member over there. And let me tell you, it's not individual, it is ex officio. Please remember this word. This appointment will happen with the ex officio. Now, what do you mean by ex officio? I think that word they have used here. Let me tell you here. No? Yeah, look. Ex officio, ex officio, ex officio. Now, what do you mean by ex officio? In fact, this word is used in the General Clauses Act also. So, उसका मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ex officio. So it has nothing to do with the word X. I know when you use the word X, आपके दिमाग में क्या चलता है? उसका इस word से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. Ex officio का मतलब होता है in the name of position, not in the name of the person. So if I'm telling you the president will be appointed, right now existing president is Mr. Aniket Talati. अरे बोलो भाई. So Mr. Aniket Talati is a member just not because he's Aniket Talati. He is the member just because he's what? President of ICI. So tomorrow, let's say in the election, Mr. Aniket lost the election, or let's say he's not getting reappointed, and somebody else becomes the president. तो अब क्या होगा? Then now that new president will continue, he will not. So here the appointment is based on the position, not based upon the name. So Mr. Aniket cannot say that, oh, earlier I was used to attend all the meetings of NFRA, how can anybody else go? Come on, brother, you are not now president, so somebody else should be given the chance. Must be given the chance. Do you understand what I am saying? So this is about the qualification, who will be and all that, just to go for reading. In fact, even if I read here in the classroom, it's something nothing like which logically can be remembered. तो एक मगअप आपको करना पड़ेगा, एक चार्ट बना लेना वहाँ पे. बट आप देखो एक आईसीए का मेंबर है यहाँ पे, और दूसरा यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? Someone who is representing MCA, someone who is representing CAG. Oh God, CAG का भी मेंबर होगा वहाँ पे. Just imagine. मतलब हिंदी में बोले तो काफी धुरंधर महात्मा मतलब लोग वहां पे होंगे, हस्ती जो बोलते हैं. प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ आईसीआई, वन मेंबर फ्रॉम. ओके सो गाइस, अब उसके सामने ये कहे कि सीए का केस चलेगा बिकॉज ही इज प्रोफेशनली misconducting certain things like. Not only to that, I want to just draw your attention towards this part. ये part आप जरा गौर से पढ़ो यहाँ पे. It is said that when you read the powers ना, उसमें एक word लिखा है notwithstanding. हाँ, subsection 4. Subsection 4, you just come down here. So look at in the powers, it is written that they have power to investigate either suo motu. Yeah, I think मैंने पढ़ दिया, right? Okay. This provides is very, very horrific. I'm telling you what level of power is given to them. What is written over here? उन्होंने ये लिखा है, provided that no other institute or body shall initiate or continue any proceedings in such matters of misconduct. Misconduct by whom? हाँ, वो सही वर्ड रहेगा. वो सही वर्ड रहेगा. चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स. Where the National Financial Reporting Authority has initiated an investigation under this section. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? मानो सीबीआई की इंक्वायरी चल रही है, कोई स्कैम हुआ है सपोज कंपनी में, और ऑडिटर के ऊपर किसकी इंक्वायरी चल रही है? सीबीआई की. The CBI is the most powerful body in this country. I think all of you know this. Come on. CBI's investigation is going on, and suddenly NFRA takes it over. But immediately CBI has to resign. So as soon as NFRA takes the matters in the hand, police, other investigating agencies must have to give up. तो आप समझो बेटा, जब सीबीआई के हाथ से केस छीन ले, उसकी ताकत क्या रहेगी? आप समझ रहे हो ये क्या बनाया है इन लोगों ने? कितना डर लगता है प्रोफेशनल्स को आजकल, पर लगना भी चाहिए. क्योंकि वो डायलॉग है ना, एक साइन की कीमत तुम क्या जानो रमेश बाबू, ये जिंदगियां बना देती है और जिंदगियां उजाड़ देती है. एक साइन की कीमत. यस, आवर सिग्नेचर डेफिनेटली अफेक्ट्स द लाइफ ऑफ पीपल. डू यू एग्री विद दैट? ये क्या आपको लगता है संडे को इधर आना, नींद कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके, ये किसके लिए है? आपको एक शक्ति दी जाएगी फ्यूचर में, अगर आप प्रैक्टिस में हो तो. और उस शक्ति से आप कंपनी का भविष्य तय करोगे, जिससे हजारों लाखों शेयर होल्डर्स के भविष्य जुड़े हुए होंगे. Okay, I don't want to go much in that. So have you understood? So not only to that, they have the power of investigation, and this is very interesting. Once the investigation is taken over by NFRA, no other body can continue, or no other body can initiate. So if the CBI comes after NFRA takes over and says that Mr. Chirag, you are the auditor of so and so company, you made some scams over there, we want to interrogate. We have right to say, sorry sir, matter is pending in NFRA, you go home and sleep well. Am I clear? All right. Now this is very interesting. What is the power? They have the same power just like a civil court. Can you imagine? So in fact, some courts level powers is given to them. So they have a right to issue the summons or not. But the court has the power to summons means what? What do you mean by summons, Paris? Hearings me. I will force you to present and attend my interrogation. If you are not presenting in summons, तो सीधा वारंट इश्यू हो जाता है. आपको बता दो बेटा. समन्स पे अगर नहीं है, ईडी में भी आपने देखा होगा, दिल्ली चीफ मिनिस्टर इज समन्ड बाय ईडी fourth times, but he's not presented because उसको पता है if he went over there, they have a lot of substantial evidences to put him into the jail. पर अगर वो ईडी में गए तो जेल में जाना पक्का है. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fine. Then remaining is just like the powers, and this is what the penalty they can impose. So not less than 1 lakh rupees, but which may extend to 5 times of the fees received in case of individuals. Beta, they are talking about individual chartered accountancy firms, and in case of firm, not less than 5 lakhs, but which may extend to 10 times of the fees received. Wow. So if you're individual, only 5 times, but if you are firm, then whichever is higher, they can debar. ये गजब है, debar. They can debarring the member of the firm from being appointed as an auditor. So guys, it is nothing but the suspension. Internal auditor undertaking any audit respect, तो आप समझो भाई ये 130 तो क्या कहना चाहता है यार, सस्पेंड कर देगा आपको. ठीक है. You can't make any valuation according to section 247. Minimum period of 6 months and maximum. But if you have written the CA final exam, just remember the day when the results were announced. Your parents were very happy. All of your friends were very happy because you cleared chartered accountancy. And after just a few months, you got a good call from the NFR. Congratulations, you were suspended for 10 years. So it is all as good as like your CA degree is taken back. Yes or no? कैसा लगेगा आपको? फिर से फाउंडेशन लिखोगे क्या? मैं तो ना लिखूं भाई. बट ये जरूरी है. I hope you are understanding what I am saying here. Okay. So that is what everything I wanted to discuss about section 132. I hope I'm clear to everyone. समझ में आया बच्चा? 133, as I told you, बच्चा, it is just one small paragraph. Central government's power to issue what? अरे बोलो भाई. According standards. So I don't want to go much into that. But one thing that is written that until the NFRA creates some accounting standards. Accounting standards created by the ICI will be the accounting standards for the central government. So understand, Vacha, here it is trying to say that law has the right, the central government, NFRA has the right to replace what? Ultimately, when you are saying that NFRA recommended by NFRA will replace the ICI, so ultimately आप क्या कहना चाहते हो? What message you want to leave here? That NFRA may be a substitution for? So slowly, do you know what is happening? Let me tell you. ICI's powers are getting down one by one, and NFR's power is getting. Do you understand? Earlier, ICI was managing professional conduct, but now it is getting managed by NFR. So what I'm thinking is they will not eliminate ICI. Why? It's very drastic move. I don't think so that any country is organized. It is 1949. Eliminate नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन बेटा उसको इतना खोखला बना देंगे. खोखला समझ रहे हो? आप सिर्फ एग्जाम कंडक्ट करो, बाकी कुछ मत करो. बाकी कुछ मत करो. आप सिलेबस डिजाइन करो, बच्चों को संभालो, फाउंडेशन, इंटर और फाइनल देखो. अगर कोई प्रोफेशनल कुछ करता है तो ऊपर बैठा है फादर फिगर, एंड फादर. सो यू जस्ट मेंटेन टिल फाइनल. उसके बाद मेंबर क्या मस्ती कर दे वो एनएफआर देख लेगा. सो डिड यू सी दैट? स्लोली बट एक अच्छा से काम करो, आपको बुरा ना लगे, इसलिए आपको एक प्रिविलेज देते हैं. आपका जो प्रेसिडेंट है ना वो एनएफआर का मेंबर रहेगा. वाह. But you don't have majority. Earlier you had the monopoly, but now you don't. Because RBI's member is also there. Ministry of Corporate members is also there. SEBI का भी member उधर है. सब लोग उधर बैठे. RBI के भी एक बंदा रहेगा उधर. Earlier, yes, it happened that ICI was thinking a lot about its members and not about the interests. That happened. But now, no mercy. No mercy. Am I clear to all of you? What I didn't like it, let me tell you. 132 जो बनी थी, in this 132 what I didn't like it, precisely अगर आप मुझे पूछो तो. So it is like why you have said about, let me check it up over here whether it is there or not. I guess it's not there. If you go there and type the word, alright. I was expecting that on some serious fraud. What they are saying here, maximum वो क्या बोल रहे? 10 times का fee देना है, 20 times का fees देना है. On record, me and company just comes to the bargaining that even if I have charged 5 lakhs rupees, but what if I manipulate the books of accounts because I was the auditor and make it to 20,000, then 10 times of the 20,000 comes to how much? बस 2 लाख रुपए दे के आप अपनी प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट को क्या कर लो, छुपा लो. According to me, there should have some jail provision. क्या होना चाहिए? That if you are certifying intentionally something wrong, what you already know, then you should be considered as good as the party to the fraud. So mere suspension is not sufficient. एक चीज है बेटा, ICI में ICI has the power to suspend you permanently. That's called the termination for the lifetime. In the entire history, only 2 chartered accountants are permanently deleted by ICI. One is Mr. Mukesh Shah, and other is I think some Mr. Murthy from PwC. I think वो मैंने आपको बताया होगा पहले. PwC in the case of Satyam Computers permanently suspend कर दिया. ठीक है. So with this, I would like to tell you 132 and 133 is coming to end. Now we are moving towards 134. Look, 134, 136, 137 and 138. They are not containing big, huge discussions. 135. Lot of. ठीक है. 134 is huge in the content and the text, but I don't want to go into that in detail. In 134, when you are coming, we have just the two important questions to learn. Actually, three. Let me tell you, Bachcha, what is in the 134. Okay. So when to come to 134, it's discussing a lot about board report. It is discussing a lot about what? Board report. Now, what kind of things like the first is what are the contents of the board report? What are the contents of the board report? Second is who shall sign the board report? Who shall sign the board report? So second part is about the signature. Then one interesting fact what we have to learn here it is the director's responsibility statement. That's very interesting. Right on here. Director's responsibility statement. Director's responsibility statement. Are you getting me? Penalty or punishment if you are not following this. This is what is all about section 134. So majorly in section 134 we have nothing but the theory. All right. What I want to discuss is like, look, we have already done 134 subsection 1, which is talking about who has the right to sign the financial statements. Have we done that part? Chairperson if authorized by the board. But if he is not authorized by the board, then at least two directors, and one of them must be managing director if appointed. So either any one of either of these two. Along with that, CEO, CFO, and company secretary if they are available. Am I clear? In fact, when you go to, I would say, let's say, tell me any company whose annual report you want to watch. TCS. All right. I think पिछली बार में TCS का देखा था क्या? नहीं देखा. 20 to 23. All right. You just simply come down, come down here about TCS. Yeah, look at. Over here, can you see this is the director's report here? Let me zoom it a little bit so that you can understand it. Look at over here at the page number 72, they have director's report. Look at. And एक काम करते हैं बच्चा थोड़ा पहले I don't know whether have I ever shown I would say auditor's report. Can you see the auditor's report here? Here, independent, and this is the consolidated financial statement, and the other one is stand-alone financial statement. I think that we already learned in section 128. But you just click on the consolidated balance sheet. This is how it is appearing. I do not want to analyze the amounts what is written in the crores, but just come down the signing page. So these all are the people who has signed this balance sheet. And we have to just check it out whether it is according to section 134 subsection 1 or not. In this segment, let's see, at least two directors should be there. Is it there or not two directors? Look, Executive Director Mr. N. Ganapati and Mr. Rajesh Gopinathan, Managing Director. So out of two, one should be what? Managing Director. So yes. Chairman नहीं लिखा है, but two directors are there. Then CFO, CEO and Company Secretary. CFO है, CEO भी है, and it is not written that if one person is holding the two positions, so definitely if it is signed by him, it is the compliance of. So yes, this signature, whatever is put over here, it is according to ये डेकोरेशन आपको क्या लगता है कि ऐसे हुआ नहीं 134 सबसेक्शन 1 के हिसाब से ये गया है? डू यू गेट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? ठीक है, क्या हो रहा है? चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी फॉर्म, सीए का फॉर्म है आज। पीडब्ल्यूसी नहीं, पीडब्ल्यूसी एलएलपी है, डेलोइट एलएलपी, दे आर एलएलपीज, दे आर एलएलपीज। Do you get what I'm saying? Couldn't get your point. बिग फोर है क्या यार? आप क्यों इतना ऑब्सेस हो बिग फोर से? मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा है। अच्छा है, वर्क ज्यादा है, बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां है तो देखने को मिलेगी, लेकिन देखो मैं ये उनके ऊपर ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहता, बट बात ये है कि गलतियां सबसे होती है, हो सकती है शायद, और आपको पता नहीं है कि 139 पढ़ोगे ना, 139 सब्जेक्शन 2, तब पता चलेगा। any auditor cannot continue more than, and if you're a firm, then 5 years 2 terms, that's all. And after then you must have to change it. I'm interested to know about the auditor fees. चलो देखते कितना पे किया। Do you want to see that? नहीं नहीं नहीं, I think I have typed something wrong. Let's leave it. Below this, I guess they should have other. Yeah, that is what I'm just trying to find out. But yes. Can you see the other expenses here? No. नहीं वही मैं कर रहा हूँ। दिस इज कैश फ्लो। आई एम सॉरी, पीएनएल ऊपर गया, अभी आएगा। छोड़ो ना, इंडेक्स देख लेते हैं। नहीं, आई जस्ट वांट टू सी दैट हाउ मच दे आर पेइंग। सो इफ यू हैव जस्ट 2 or 3 clients, your life is set. That's all. Okay, ये रहा 191. So this is profit before, yeah. So it is the note number 15, clause B. What? The notes are yet to be started. हाँ, okay, these all are notes of the balance sheets. Now I need to start with the आजा भाई, अब आएगा। बहुत कुछ लिखा है भाई, बहुत कुछ लिखा है। चलता ही जा रहा है, चलता ही जा रहा है। यस, व्हाट? 5B ना, 15B, yeah, this is other expenses, consultants and all that is boss। खत्म कर दिया। Did you see that out of total 36,000 crores, their fees to external consultant facility expenses में समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. ऑडिटर का फी उन्होंने सेपरेटली डिस्क्लोज नहीं किया है, मेरे हिसाब से करना चाहिए उनको। or maybe it's not a part of other expenses. It should be disclosed over there only, no? मेरे को भी दिमाग में नहीं रहा इतना फॉर्मेट. इसके बाद वाली जो स्टेटमेंट थी, हाँ ये रहा. No, it is not here. Fine, maybe they kept it separate. No issue. All right. So now let's take some look at, I would say, board report. All right. Come to here, go to, as usual, exit go. Where is statutory section? Yeah. Director's report. So first of all, you understand director's report. When we click here, it is written to the members. In fact, when you see the audit report, it is written to the member. So let me tell you guys, director is giving this report to the members. Auditor is also giving this to not to the company but to the members of the company. So as far as the auditor is concerned, guys, let me tell you, he's not loyal to the company. He's loyal to members. ठीक है? तो देखो guys, यहाँ पे लिखा है financial results and all that. Why it is like this financial result? आप हर चीज देखो यहाँ पे. Reserve, company's performance, subsidiary company's details, quality initiatives, and this is what क्या लिखा है? Okay, according to which section? 134 subsection 5. And just look at the language what they have used. Basically, language 134. What if I say it's nothing but the copy paste of what is written here? Simply just come to 134 and come down and just find 5. Your subsection 5. Look at 4 and this is 5. किधर गया? हाँ ये रहा. In the preparation of the annual accounts, the applicable accounting standards had been followed. So directors need to certify this. Yes, we have followed what? Accounting standards. So I don't want to go in detail. Okay. Directors had selected such accounting policies and applied them consistently. After then, the directors have taken the proper and sufficient care for the maintenance of the accounting records. The director had prepared it on the going concern basis. So these are the certain responsibilities you have to sign that yes, we have done according to this. Look at it. The report now. Is it the same or not? In the preparation of the accounts, the applicable accounting standards followed, such accounting policies we have applied, okay. After then we have taken the proper and sufficient care, we have prepared on the going concern. So it is nothing but the copy paste of 134 subsection 5. और आप क्या कर सकते हो भाई? देखो यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट लिखा है, they have devised the proper systems to ensure, okay. See whether we have the same language or not. So the next one is about have devised the proper systems to ensure the compliance with provisions. And we are saying, oh, annual report, board report, कुछ नहीं है भाई, सब बड़ा दिखता है, होता नहीं है. Control C, Control V. Got it? Don't worry, if you are appointed as an auditor of the listed company, let me tell you how to go for the audit report. Do you want to learn the art? Just in like this, you perform your audit according to your skill. Sales, purchase, accounting standard, डिटेल में आप वेरीफाई करो, जो है अपने नोट्स वगैरह बना लो. ठीक है? फिर क्या करना है आपको? आस्क द कंपनी गिव मी द लास्ट ईयर्स ऑडिट रिपोर्ट, और जो वहां पे अच्छी लैंग्वेज लिखी है पहले वो टाइप कर लो, और जहां जब मॉडिफाई करना है कर लो. हो गई ऑडिट रिपोर्ट तैयार. आप कहेंगे सर मतलब कोई स्क्रैच से शुरू नहीं करता, पागल हो क्या? इफ यू सेइंग मी ड्राफ्ट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग ऑन योर ओन, भाई ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. Hardly 10% to 15% data changes in this year. Remaining notes and all that remains as it is. So just take the previous year's audit report, take it, see wherever the paragraphs need to be changed, change it and go ahead. Oh God, I actually solve the mystery यार. ये आपको आर्टिकलशिप में फील करवाना था मेरे को कि देखो बड़ी बड़ी जगहों पे कैसे काम होता है, जो बड़ा दिखता है. ठीक है? ऐसे ही होता है हर जगह पे, just fill the blanks, format is ready, no matter it's 50 pages or no matter it is. Okay, fine, I don't want to comment much on that, but fine, have you understood the number of board meetings what you have made, then key managing personnel who is appointed, who is removed, everything you have to mention. Look, I'm telling you, you have to mention this thing here, not because you like to mention, no, just because law mandatory provides the contents. एक और point आएगा, it is about what steps you have taken to conserve the energy. So have you used the solar system or not? Have you gone for the recycling or not? All these things matters, isn't it? So that also you have to provide in the director's report that this year how your energy efficient. What about your foreign exchange? So everything you have to mention here. Did you understand what I am saying? So okay, fine. So 134, there is nothing more here. एक चीज मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, that is the who signs it, because that sometimes they are asking in exam. Look, other points are there like responsibility statements. Write down maybe 5 or 6 points. I think last attempt ये question आई थी, last attempt. I'm not sure about. ये शायद RTP में या कहीं पे था ये, that out of all the responsibility statements, narrate any six. So at least you should have that, okay, the responsibility statements were about what? Accounting standards, accounting policies, internal control system, are yes or no, going concern basis. तो देखो 5 तो मैंने ऐसे आपको गिनवा दिए, इंटरनल कंट्रोल 6 हो गए, उसका सेंटेंस बना के लिख दो, यहाँ पे तैयार हो गया चीज। तो शॉर्ट वाली चीज आपको याद रखनी है वहाँ पे। Am I clear? Come on, ठीक है। Who signs? So look at guys, whether the things what is available under section 134 subsection 1, whether it is applicable here or not. Let's try to check it out. Okay, so simply just put it down. अरे नहीं भाई, आराम से, it is getting loaded यार। हाँ, now let's come to this. So who has signed it? Is this board report? No, this is secretarial audit report. बॉस देखो, एक पेज से शुरू हुआ एंड दूसरे पेज पे खत्म हो गया, इतना ही है। ये मेरे को भी नहीं पता, आई सॉ दिस फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। Okay, just come to this now. Who has signed it? So what does it mean? No CFO, no CEO, no company secretary has signed the board report. That means it is not compulsory. Let me tell you what's a real part. While learning the financial statement signatories, हमने क्या पढ़ा था? एक बार फिर से याद करो. Signed by chairperson of the board, not of the committee. But if he is authorized by the board. But if he is not authorized, then at least 2 directors. One of them must be what? If any. And उसके बाद एक और आया था. So that CEO, CFO and CS वाला part is deleted here. Just main part. तब उसकी interpretation क्या हुई? At least 2 directors. One of them should be what? MD. देखो, has it been signed by at least 2 directors? Let me zoom it. Check it up. You are saying, sir, he's the chairman of committee, but a committee's chairman is must have to be a director, because committee members cannot be anyone other than directors. And in fact, it is written DIN. DIN stands for? Yeah, exactly. So he is director, he is also director. Are you getting me? So दोनों directors, and one of the directors is managing director. He is MD. So what I'm trying to say, once you come to here, section 134, subsection 6, it is clearly written that the board's report and any annexures thereto under subsection 3 shall be signed by its chairperson of the company if he is authorized by the board, and where he is not so authorized shall be signed by at least 2 directors. One of them should be what? So guys, what I'm trying to say, it is just the copy paste of the subsection 1, but they have not considered the second part. And so it's very easy. So understand, in one short note, you can remember two questions: signature to financial statements and signature to board report. Will you be able to remember that? अरे बोलो भाई. All right. So that's all. I don't want to. This is all about section 134. It's more of theory, what responsibility statements you have to put, what content should be put, and all that. I think I want to give it to you practically. If you check it, any proper annual report of any company, you will definitely come to know. In fact, when I am preparing for my one small private company, I have to use the same like of format. Again, how I do it? I have one software. In the software, ready-made formats are there. Wherever I need to put the changes, I do it and I continue. That's all. और ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, ऐसे ही चीजें होती है. Do you understand what I am saying, बच्चा? Good. So now we are moving towards 135. एक काम करते 135 को लास्ट में लेते हैं because it's too huge. CSR. Is it fine? उससे पहले बेसिक बेसिक बातें खत्म कर लेते हैं. तो थोड़ा सा 5 मिनट का ब्रेक लीजिए और फिर हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं. ठीक है?